The 2020 election. Trump, Harris, a clash of ideologies, personalities, and ambitions. But what if it wasn't just a clash? What if it was a carefully orchestrated plan, a political chess game played on a national stage? Think back to the beginning. Trump, the outsider, the disruptor. His rise to power was unexpected, unprecedented. Then came Harris, a senator with a relatively short but impactful career. Her nomination as vice president was historic, but was it strategic? A calculated move in a much larger game? Stay with me as we delve deeper into this intricate web of political maneuvering. The Russia investigation. It dominated headlines, consumed news cycles, and cast a long shadow over the Trump presidency. But what if it was also a distraction? A carefully orchestrated sideshow designed to divert attention from something else? Something bigger. Think about it. The investigation, while serious, ultimately led to no concrete evidence of collusion. Yet it kept Trump on the defensive, consumed his time and energy, and sowed seeds of doubt and distrust among the American people. Meanwhile, other events, other decisions were unfolding under the radar. Decisions that would have far-reaching consequences but received a fraction of the attention. Was this intentional? Was the Russia investigation a way to keep the public and the media occupied while a different, more strategic agenda was being advanced? The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. And in the world of politics, where power is the ultimate prize, it's not unreasonable to question the motives behind major events. Kamala Harris, the first female vice president, the first black vice president, the first Asian American vice president. Her rise to power was groundbreaking, historic. But was it also strategic? Was she, perhaps, a carefully chosen player in a game designed to achieve a specific outcome? Consider her background. A former prosecutor, she brought a certain toughness, a no-nonsense approach to the Democratic ticket. This appealed to some, alienated others. But was it a calculated appeal, a way to solidify a particular voting bloc, or perhaps to further divide an already polarized electorate? We must be willing to examine all possibilities, even those that challenge our assumptions and make us uncomfortable. The 2020 election. A nail-biter, a referendum on the Trump presidency, a battle for the soul of America. But what if, like everything else we've discussed, the outcome was predetermined? What if the result, regardless of who cast a ballot, was always going to be Biden and Harris in the White House? Consider the unprecedented circumstances surrounding the election. A global pandemic, widespread mail-in voting, accusations of voter fraud. These factors created an atmosphere of chaos and uncertainty, an environment ripe for manipulation. Is it so far-fetched to believe that powerful forces, operating behind the scenes, could have exploited these vulnerabilities to ensure their desired outcome? What if the 2020 election wasn't about Trump versus Biden or Republicans versus Democrats, but about something far more fundamental, a battle for the very future of American democracy itself? Whispers of control, examining the evidence. We've explored the possibility that the Trump versus Harris showdown was not what it seemed, that it was part of a larger, pre-planned narrative. But what evidence is there to support this claim? While concrete proof remains elusive, a closer look at certain events, statements, and decisions reveals a pattern of behavior that is, at the very least, curious. Consider the timing of certain leaks and scandals. The release of the Access Hollywood tape during the 2016 election, for example, conveniently occurred at a time when Trump's campaign was struggling. Similarly, the timing of the Jeffrey Epstein revelations, which implicated powerful figures from both sides of the aisle, raises questions about who benefited most from their exposure. It's important to note that correlation does not equal causation. However, the sheer volume of these occurrences, coupled with the lack of transparency and accountability from those in power, warrants further scrutiny. Stay vigilant, the future of American democracy. We've journeyed through a labyrinth of political intrigue, examining the possibility that the Trump versus Harris showdown was not a clash of ideologies, but a carefully orchestrated performance. While concrete evidence remains elusive, the patterns, the timing, and the whispers of control are too loud to ignore. This is not about promoting conspiracy theories, but about encouraging critical thinking. It's about recognizing that our democracy is fragile, that it requires constant vigilance and participation to survive. So, what can we do? We can start by questioning everything. Don't accept narratives blindly, regardless of your political affiliation. The future of American democracy depends on an engaged and informed citizenry. Stay vigilant, my friends. Stay vigilant.